Welcome back, guys. Let's talk to this guy. Reverend Mother Prava sent me.
She did.
The horned woman is the demon Lilith.
No.
No, that can't be. My mother taught me that name. You speak of the daughter of hatred.
Did Prava mention me? She wasn't angry, was she?
There's more than your job at stake here.
Come on. Let's get this over with.
Inside we go. 41 damage. Ball lightning is okay. Critical strikes with shock skills have a 5% chance to form crackling energy. Every time you stun an enemy, you deal 33 lightning damage to them. Upon absorbing crackling energy, you gain 4 mana. 4 mana. Now that could make it like something where I keep getting stuff back. That could be fun.
The damn hoist is stuck. We've got to go on foot.
On foot?
Look out!
Monsters!
What's my mother's charm on your wrist?
It's mine now, girl. She gave it to me when I let her and her friend pass through.
Who? Wait, who gave it to you? That's a little sus. I don't trust this guy anymore. Something's not right. So far, the casting of all the characters have been really good with voice actors. Lilith is very good. The mysterious guy, the hermit, was very good as well. Crude amethyst. Is that a socket? Can be inserted into equipment with sockets. Weapon. Damage over time. Increased damage over time reduction. We do have a socket up there. Ooh. Sockets. I bought this, haven't had a chance to play. Is it very good? Yes. When the servers are working and stable, it's very fun. But unfortunately, they're having a lot of problems with the servers. For some people, not quite everyone, where it's causing a lot of like disconnects and
go
stuff.
Back. Round up the knights.
And leave my mother in Lilith's care for as long as that will take? No. I'm going on.
Kevin was having a problem where he couldn't like choose his character and stuff, but when it works, it's really fun.
Shaking like leaves.
Chat, I am ashamed of you, okay? Blizzard is a small indie company just trying to make it in this world, and you are acting like they are a billion-dollar company. Like, come on. Give them some slack, a break. They're just trying to launch this game. They're new to this whole thing. Calm down. Oh, we leveled up. Yay. All right, let's see. So now we can officially get ball lightning. But I don't really have enough mana to do too many spells yet. Let's see. I did see. Chain lightning's maxed out. Teleport's kind of. Damage reduction. Lucky hit chance increased by 5%. Increased maximum mana by 3. 3 is very low. That is not much. Teleport. Soulforge doesn't cost any mana, does it? Mana costs 50. Mana costs 35. That's not that much. Actually, we gotta upgrade. Let's upgrade light. Oh, let me double check. Let's do enhanced spark. Let's see what that does. Flickering spark. Every time spark hits enemy, has 30% chance to form a crackling energy. All right, rough stab. Good inventory space. Yeah, I mean, it is a beta, so bugs are to be expected, but they only have 3 months. So the game could have some improvements in 3 months, but not really drastic ones. Nothing shield. All right, that place is locked out. Blackcoats and Xerox, thank you for those resubs. And Twitchy Barrow, thank you for the sub as well. Appreciate that. The real test will be next weekend. Next weekend, the servers are gonna be absolutely slammed, and that's when we'll see what Diablo will be like on launch. How will it run on launch? This weekend's just a test, a smaller test. Next weekend will be everyone can join. Everyone. It's gonna be a big stress test. 3 months is enough time for, you know, a little bit of balancing, a little bit of tweaking, some polish and stuff, but like overhauling all the servers and stuff, I don't think that could happen in only 3 months. But, you know, if it's a scaling issue, they can like scale it up or down. But this will be a good chance for them to see, like, when the servers are slammed, does the game still work? And if there's ways for them to find a way to, you know, improve it on launch.
What's special about this place anyway? What would draw Lilith here?
Hell if I know. Trava doesn't tell us anything. No one goes in, nothing comes out. That's all.
What would be in here? I don't know where we are. That's a lot of blood. That's a lot of chewed up flesh.
No lift. The jam must be deeper down.
Well, we must go further.
Locked.
Over here. I can squeeze through to the other side.
Wait, hold on. And there she goes.
Uh-oh.
Enemies approaching. Nowhere to go.
So many
Fight's
ghouls.
coming to us this time.
Now, ball lightning is kind of annoying.
Open that door, girl.
I've got it!
Open the door, ma'am.
That was quick thinking.
Sure.
For me personally, though, the game's been running great, and the servers are running great, but who knows? Maybe I'm a rare exception. Or for me, I haven't had any issues at all. I haven't even gotten disconnected yet. So, for me, it's been fine, but I know that other people, even other streamers, have been having bad, like, disconnection issues and stuff.
Why would your mother leave you like that?
She wouldn't.
But praise Lilith.
She shouldn't have. I'm sure she had good reason.
Watch it. 41 damage. I don't see it hitting for 41. Oh, chain lightning hits for 135. No wonder. I was like, it feels like it's hitting not very much, and that's why. This chain lightning is 135. This is only 41.
A dead end.
Do they have goblins in this game? I'm a loot goblin, and I'm playing the game. I haven't seen a goblin yet, though.
Mine's caving in.
Moonfair, thank you for that 97-month resub. That's a big one. Thank you very much. I'm a bit of a loot goblin in my days. Whenever I play Fallout or Skyrim, my bags are just absolutely filled to the brim with loot. Raise your hand in chat if you're like me, where your inventory is always full and you're constantly having to drop stuff to figure out how to put something new into it that's more value. It's like it's a whole mini game of itself, trying to figure out how I can get one more thing in my inventory by dropping something that's less value. Helm. This guy makes me hope they add either Crusader or Paladin to the game. Like a holy tanky character. They're always fun.
Dead end.
Dead end. Co-subs. We love co-subs. We love every sub around here. Twin subs, lyric subs, everyone. Even Subway subs. Even though they can all be a little sus sometimes. A little bit sus.
I'm not dying here.
Slider shoes. Good. What about dance subs?
Over there. An opening.
I don't know.
Go!
Dance subs just like to drool at my food all the whole time. I don't know. And they're constantly chatting. Just like non-stop chat. Chat. I don't know. Jury's still out on them. Darken Way. Undertaking. Diablo 3 or 4, which one's better? I like this one way better than 3. But I didn't like 3 that much. I enjoyed it after the expansion, but I never liked it as much as 2. I felt 2 was like much better.
The tunnel's closed. We're trapped without the hoist.
So
Look,
far,
there
it's
she
much
is.
more fun than 3 was for me. Oh, wait a minute. If I have to fight that damn King Leoric again, I'll be so mad. What is it, Nariel?
That statue. It's her. The way I saw her.
Lilith.
We need to find my mother.
So far, the main story has been very engaging. I like it. One thing this game does very, very well, and when you're not playing with a chat around you, it's going to be even better. It's just it just oozes atmosphere, which is what was seriously lacking with 3. Is that this game has a really deep, dark, dripping atmosphere all over the place, which was one of the big things that they got wrong with 3. Is it just didn't have the same like eeriness that 2 did. So you can tell they went back to the drawing board after 3 and figured out, how do we do this right this time? And I think they just nailed atmosphere. Like, this cave is just amazing looking. And it's dark, and it's dreary, and the monsters are everywhere. It just feels really good.
Over there, the hoist.
The hoist? Wait a minute, if that's Lilith, then that must be Inarius, the angel. Mother and father.
At last, a ride out. Oh, hell.
Yeah, you can scale the UI down if you want to be
Here?
tiny. I'm old and need the big letters and cursor because my eyes are like, where is it? I can't see.
We need reinforcements.
No, we can do...
What was that?
You okay?
It came from beyond the gate.
So we're gonna go back to reinforcements. Not gonna go like in there, right?
No. The escort. They're all dead. Over there.
Wait a minute, Grandan? Who did this?
A woman. Vigo. It was one of the women you sent. Only... she wasn't human. She was a demon. Like the statue. Claims she mothered sanctuary. It was a dead bloodbath.
The other woman, Venard. Where is she?
She begged for her life. Lilith spared her. Let her deeper in. Give up, girl. She's lost. Vigo, you must listen. Steel did nothing. Spells. Prayers. All useless. Go to Corval. Tell Pro. Raise the army. The father. Evil itself walks sanctuary. Do this for me.
He is dead.
I'm done for. Your mother told me this trinket would bring good fortune. To think I trusted her.
She bribed you with it, didn't she? You weren't supposed to let her through at all. But it's not too late. She can still be saved.
Not by me. Not anymore. Prava will know what to do.
You're leaving us? Abandoning her?
There's nothing left to abandon. She's good as dead. I'm sorry, kid.
He really just left us. It's up to us now.
Don't worry, I got lightning from my fingertips. We're good. And I am powered by a secret power that's stronger than Nephilim. It's called Prime Gaming. And people lend me their power every day in chat. And it makes me have unlimited power!
Lilith can't be too far.
Lilith showed me the ugly truth of our cosmos, the eternal conflict. Angels and demons have battled over control of creation for all time. To what end, I asked? She simply laughed. So it looks like this shows Lilith and the angel touching their tips together. And then their armies are joined together. Can't go that way. Well, I must go down somewhere. Yeah, just touching the tips of their weapons together.
What is this?
How's beta so far? It's really fun. It's like a Lilith pet.
How your
Uh-oh.
mind races. Yes, I am Lilith, mother of sanctuary.
Daughter of hatred.
I have what you seek. You hunger for knowledge. You dragged your child all over sanctuary in pursuit of it.
No, I taught her how to survive.
Is that what you want to believe? Drop the act. You have questions. I have answers. I know the fabric of the cosmos.
Everything I've read has warned me against you.
You've read so much, yet know so little. Will you accept my offer?
I don't know. Will you let me try? I want to try.
Your mother is alive. She came this way with Lilith.
How can you be sure?
Sometimes I see visions of the past. I saw them.
What? How?
Lilith's petals. Her blood was fed to me once.
As awkward as that sounds. How's the beta so far? It's really fun. I'm really enjoying it. Plot twist, she's the good guy. Probably. Well, she's a demon, so... It's all about perspective, I guess. She did make Sanctuary and gave us all life, so that's like... That is good in one way, at least. Without her, we wouldn't exist, so... There's that. Rune Band. Let's see. Cold damage and fire damage. Lightning damage, life on kill. Ooh, finally an upgrade. Lightning damage is nice. Yeah, I got force-fed petals. Bloody petals. Lilith saw a way to escape the eternal conflict. She tells me it started with the seduction of the angel Inarius. All this time, he was just as fallible as any man. Now, if she's the daughter of hatred, is Mephisto hatred? Is she the daughter of Mephisto? Okay. Second cousin twice removed of anger. How many times you got kicked from error code so far? I haven't personally, but a lot of people in chat have been, which is a shame. But hopefully they get that fixed. I think it matters the way we go. Not too bad. Has anyone tried playing in groups? Does the group stuff work? I'd assume the groups would be tied to the servers, so it probably would be how good the servers are. Like a cairn is some gold? Probably up there on that cliff, maybe? Wow, that crit for a lot. Damn. Black Lake. What is that? It's very cool looking. Looks evil, though. Very evil. Search for a way deeper into the chasm. There's no way to open that door from there, so it must be over here. Yeah, unfortunately, that's been happening a lot of people where you're in the game playing, then you get kicked out, go back to the queue. She was so proud of in telling of this part. Lilith and Inarius bore a son together, Rathma. He is wise beyond years, the first to untangle the power of necromancy. She says his lair is deeper in. Did she fall out of the sky? What was that? She just went rip. I don't know who Rathma is. I guess we're gonna find out though.
So curious. You are eager to know why you were spared.
Yes,
Do you have faith in me?
I want to.
Good. For now, all you need know is that we are going to meet my son.
Rathma, the first necromancer.
He is that, and more. He is the key to my plans.
It sounds like they're searching for Lilith's son, Rathma. Together.
Mother, what are you thinking?
I wonder why she's bringing her along, though. It's a little weird. I have a feeling, chat. I get that hunch we're about to get a legendary. And it's gonna be a good one. I have a feeling it's our time to shine. Oh wait, I got that a while ago. There's one additional cast. Well, that isn't. Damage per second. When did I get that? I don't remember getting that. Count bound. Let's see. Nope. All stats, frozen orb. Tried chain lightning, which is so strong when you're on a single target because it bounces between the two of you. And there's a talent that every time it bounces off, you increase the damage of 25%. Yeah, it's been the chain lightning has been destroying bosses for me, which is weird. Normally it's an AOE ability. I was talking to Kevin about, Kevin was fighting a boss, and He got the boss to 1 HP, and then he disconnected. And now is in the back of the queue. Yeah, so... like, the ultimate insult to injury. Just... at that point, everybody would be like, okay, I'm done. The game currently feels more like Diablo 2, but with some of the good improvements of 3. But without all of 3. It's some stuff from 3, some stuff from 2. Yeah, unfortunately, he's been disconnecting. I don't know what's going on my PC, but, like, I've been running this game flawlessly. I don't know, like... I don't know how it happened, who it... but it's just, like... it's been running great for me. I don't know what's going on. I did praise Lilith though, so maybe that's something to do with it. Maybe everyone stopped like trying to not worship Lilith. Maybe she would grant you her blessing too. All right, threads. We got another skill point. I think we're going into lightning balls. Trying to level here. Let's do lightning balls. Oh, you can make this bigger. Oh, how do I make it? Okay, they're less big. So if you want to expand it, you can, but you don't have to make it that big. I guess we're going ball lightning again. Maybe it gets better as I rank it up. Ball lightning damage rate is increased by 200% of your attack speed bonus. If ball lightning hits at least 4 times by cast, enemies hit by 4 times, crackling energy is released. After hitting close enemies 50 times with ball lightning, your next cast of it stuns enemies for 1 second. Oh, wow. Ball lightning! If ball lightning would, like, stay in place, it would be better than just constantly moving. Have any of you guys been trying out the Barbarian or the Rogue? Are you guys enjoying those? We'll be doing Rogue tomorrow, so we'll see how that one is. Rogue is pretty good. Barb is fun. Rogue is good. Barb not so good because melee only. Does the Barbarian have a lot of ways to, like, rush at things with its attacks? So that way you're not, like, always trying to run to stuff? Or pull things in, like AoE? When do you unlock the, They mentioned that there's going to be some type of, leveling thing for every class that's different. Like for Necromancer, it's Book of the Dead. For, my class, the Sorceress, it's some kind of book of something. Is Enchantment, I think. Is that in the beta, or is those not in the beta? Book of the Unalive. No, not that way. It's a level 15 quest. Oh, so I could probably find that quest after this and do it. 'Cause apparently that's like every class has its own unique like system when you hit 15 where you level up through it to like specialize your character even more. One thing I appreciate about Diablo 4 compared to like Path of Exile, for example, as a comparison, is it feels much slowed down. I'm not like zipping around like crazy. It just feels like I get to enjoy the moment a little longer because I'm moving through it a little slower. So I get to like see the land. There's less monsters, so instead of swarms, you can actually see like what it looks like a little more and stuff. But yeah, it is low level. Maybe it gets more zoom later.
Does
but
Lilith know we're coming?
possibly. Oh, hi. Do you want to die, ma'am? I got chain lightning. Chain lightning wrecks.
You've mastered your fear, but I still sense your pain. You miss your daughter.
My Magpie. She's scared right now. She must be.
Go. Or stay. It is time to choose.
I trained her well. She's a good kid. Strong. She'll be all right.
You've chosen well, my child. To reach Rathma, we will need to cross a lake at the bottom of these ruins. It requires a ritual. I will teach you.
As you wish, Mother.
Good. You're ready for lesson 1. Blood is the key.
What did you see this time? I don't need sparing. Tell me.
Lilith plans to teach your mother a ritual. One that needs blood. Your mother seemed receptive.
We have to reach them.
How is the lightning spec so far? Well, it's my current build. I've been quite shocked at how well it kills all the revolting enemies. And I'm all like, what? Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, but, you know, playing out different builds lets you learn more knowledge and therefore become more enlightening. Story-wise, it takes place after 3. The opening cutscene takes place in the cathedral where Deckard Cain died in the third game. With the person, you know, where Tyrael fell through the hole in the ground. Big enemy. Sorry, 11-year-old spoilers. My bad. Yeah, the game came out 11 years ago, Chad. How's this different than 3? One, I'm not bored. That's a big difference. I got bored of 3 really fast. Where this one's keep my interest. It's like really fun. Uh-oh. Brandier. Well, who knows? Maybe they'll find a way to bring Deckard Cain back, because he, you know, he's the Herodrum. They had all kinds of weird magics and stuff. So maybe there's some like Horcrux where you can like resurrect or something. Then we could be all like, stay a while and listen. The voice actor always sounded like someone who was young trying to sound old to me. Yep, every ARPG revolves around the same stuff. You know, you kill lots of enemies, you get stronger, you then go and you fight stronger enemies to get better loot, to get stronger, to then grind out stuff to get stronger, and then go fight stronger things to grind them out to get loot to get stronger. You know, it's all the same, but it's just how fun is that grind? That's what separates the good from the bad is. Which one is it fun to do? What happens after that? After you've ground for hundreds of hours and you have a really stacked, decked out character, then you can play the game. Then you can start playing the game.
This barrier, it looks like the same kind of magic as before.
Do you get a sense that there'll be meta builds for classes so everyone will end up running the exact same loadout for the characters? Okay, this has happened for every game for the past 30 years. There will always be the best specs, and everyone will always want to run the best specs. There might be builds that are close, but there's always going to be a best build that someone figures out how to do some crazy optimal thing. It's always going to happen in every game. But this one has a lot of options where you can like go around and figure out like which abilities you want to combine. Like if you want to, you can combine like have like just all these abilities or something like that. You don't have to use one of these abilities down here. You can equip anything on your Bart you want. So someone will find out some weird way to combine like 6 different abilities to do something crazy. But we'll see. There's lots of room for experimentation. And always it also depends on what items there are, what affixes you can find. That also helps determine like builds and stuff. But that's the fun, is figuring out like where to like use an item. Or one of the fun things people like to do is like take abilities no one uses and find out like some way to like mix them with an item that no one uses, and then somehow find some crazy broken build that no one thought of before. That's always like super fun. Demons approach, you need to get through.
I think I can dispel it.
Bye, I'm out of here. Yep, you can respec, but it gets more expensive the more you do it. So they don't want you to do it like all the time. You respec each ability one by one, and the cost goes up every time you do it. Constantly out of mana.
I did it.
Thanks, ma'am. Ancient gate. Morning Shore. Yep, there's going to be seasons in the game, just like Diablo 3, so those usually come with balance changes and maybe a new ability or some new items. Maybe they tweak how things work if someone's behind or someone's super strong and broken. That kind of stuff will come over time. Well, looks like the next ad break has to be within the next 3 minutes, so we'll just go ahead and do it now because I'm afraid we're going to go up on a boss fight. So we'll get that out of the way. And while that's going, I'm just going to run to the bathroom real fast. Be right back. Poor Kevin's still in the 80-minute queue. Seems like a lot of people are getting kicked and they're getting stuck in an 80-minute queue. That sucks. I know, just let the people play. Okay, non-subs will be back in about 30 seconds, and then we'll go down and check out the boss. We'll look over here real fast. What's over here? I'm in the UK, it's 40 when you get kicked. Well, that sucks. Anything more than 0 sucks. All right, non-subs will be back in about 6 seconds, so let's all do some hype and welcome back the non-subs. Welcome back, non-subs. Ads are over. Thank you very much. Now we're gonna go do the boss.
Not enough blood. Never enough blood. I will follow you to the ends of Sanctuary, Mother.
Dead priest, huge gash across his neck, drained him of his blood. Great.
There she is.
Ma'am, are you okay? Just drawing with blood. That's great. She's fine. Go ahead, I have your back.
Mother?
Nirel. You're just in time. Beyond this lake lies the necropolis of the Firstborn. A trove of magic and knowledge. I opened the way for Lilith, but I could not pass through with her. I lack divine element, you see.
Stop.
But I can find it. I'm so close. I simply need...
Mother, stop. Look at what Lilith has done to you. You're writing in your own blood.
My little Magpie. She awakened me. She showed me things I can't even put into words. Once I've finished, you will understand.
I don't care what she showed you. Please, let's just get out of here.
Oh, I see. Yes, clever Magpie. Trying to lead me away so you can take all this for yourself.
What the hell?
This is my discovery, not yours. I will finish these runes with your blood!
She's crazy.
You must stop this!
Look
Okay.
at the gifts she's given me.
Ma'am, you are nuts. Oh, sexy ladies. Okay. Well, I get it now. All you have to do is say that. Whoa, hello, whoa, 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 whoa. Woo! Oh, God, those hurt.
Mother, no!
You won't take what's mine.
All right, watch. Whoa, whoa. Actually, that did okay damage there. The ball lightning. Woo! God.
Please! I don't want you to die!
Really, ma'am? You're still going. Okay. Oh, that's a big dude.
I need more time. I need more time.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Nope. This fight, oh god, this fight in hard mode is gonna be really brutal. Oh god, oh lordy. Yeah, that's right, lady. Get wrecked. Oh, I fucked her up. Oh, sorry, it's your mom. She got wrecked, though. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for brutally murdering her and getting epic loot.
You were protecting me. I don't want to hate you. I'm trying. I really am. We're going to make Lilith pay for what she's done. So we need blessed blood. Go back to your Prava. Get that blessing. Beg if you need to. Whatever it takes. My mother started this damn ritual. I'm going to finish it. Meet me in the Mistral Woods.
Why there?
The Horadrim hid a vault there. Finding it was her life's work. So much for that. Maybe it will help with the ritual. If not, at least I can bury her where she'd want. I need time. I'm sorry. Just leave me.
Mother's knife.
My burden is too great.
My burden is too great. So, sorry about, you know, killing your mom, but, you know, we all do things sometimes. We'll just file that under oopsie doopsies. I've never played Diablo before. Should I get this one? Yeah, if you like, it's a good one to jump into. You don't have to play the previous ones. They're kind of starting at a point in the story where you don't need to know the previous story, but it would be nice to know it. There's a lot of references and stuff, and it would be good to learn about some of those things. Some of the older games are really good too. They're worth playing just because they're really good games. Let's go over here and chat with you.
What will it be?
All common items, please. So that's item level 199. So this is 227. Let's sort and see if anything is better than 227. I don't think so. 213, that's better. It's a pretty big increase there. 229. Critical strike chance. None of that's really good for me. Fire damage, cold damage. The crit chance is good. Everything else on that's not very good. Yeah, even though it's legendary, it's not really helping me at all. So we'll get rid of that and other stuff. All right, let's just destroy everything now. Boop. Thank you. And let's destroy the ring.
You can take what's left.
Salvage from and used to improve legendary jewelry. Anything need repaired?
Not while I'm in town.
All right. Upgrade. Iron chunks. 5,000 upgrade it. I don't think it's worth doing any of that yet, because better stuff will just drop. God, that music is so good. Damn. Upgrade an item at the blacksmith. Okay, they want me to do that for any quest. So let's just upgrade, I don't know, you. Perfect. Boom. Quest done. Boom. Are you getting any rubber banding? I haven't been rubber banded since high school from the bullies. But no, we've had one glitch where when we go down the bridges here, sometimes we can't cross, or like it prevents us from going forward. But other than that, I haven't had any issues
Elixirs brewed to order.
Elixir, refined resources. Okay, do that just to see what that does. The sealed door, since castrate a sealed door. Extraction and, oh, imprinting. We didn't see it do imprinting at all yet. Let's go talk to that person over there. Thank you for all those follows, guys. Lots of new followers today. Glad you guys found us. If you're new to the channel, I am the face of the DansGaming emote. That's why I'm called DansGaming. Tell me the extraction and printing.
As I'm sure you know, even seemingly mundane objects sometimes contain great power. I can help you wrest that power free. The process will break down the original object, leaving behind the pure aspect of its mystical power. You might think of it as ripping the soul from one body and transferring it to another. Not that I would ever dream of such a thing. Certainly not within earshot of the cathedral.
Extracting and imprinting. Codex of power. Oh. Printing modifies the power on a rare or legendary item. So I can imprint these abilities onto gear to customize what I want to help further improve my character. So, and they all drop from these dungeons. So let's see. This dungeon is Barbarian, not for me. Druid. Protector. Damaging an elite enemy grants you a barrier absorbing damage for 10 seconds. Can only happen once every 30 seconds. Barbarian only. The Darkened Way. Rogue only. I don't see a lot of Sorcerer ones around here. That's pretty cool. You customize your build even more by getting the affixes you want on your gear. Alright, let's go talk to the mother. And is this the first or second area? You can only get in the first area. In the beta, you can't go in the second area or beyond. What is... Oh, this is difficulty setting. After the beta's over, we're going to finally learn about in-game. They're going to go into in-depth in-game discussion and talk about all the systems they're going to have. This town does look gorgeous, and it's only one town. There are going to be many towns.
See that the kitchen is ready for tomorrow's service. Angels above, you've returned.
I need a holy blessing to continue chasing Lilith.
The Reverend Mother will want to hear of this, but she's away at Corvalar. Seek your blessing there. Everything is unfolding as Inarius foretold. Soon, he will be free to escape Sanctuary and return to the heavens where he belongs.
Well, that can't be good. A Inarius is crazy and power hungry, and if he gets into heaven, he's going to cause a lot of mischief. Well, let's go ahead and see what we can find over there. Let's see if we can actually get over here because we weren't. Wait a minute. Where do I learn? Cannot do that one. Sorceress, Legend of the Magi. Oh. There's our Sorceress quest. Waypoint is way down there. I think that is where we unlock our ability to progress our Sorceress even more by unlocking her ability to specialize in whatever we want. Because every class has a unique skill system outside of the leveling, the skill tree. And so I think this will unlock the one for Sorceress. So let's go see what it is. Does anyone know what part of when you unlock the mount quest? Is it like towards the end or after you beat the campaign or something? Father's quest. So I would like to have a little bit of a mount. Is it level 20? Okay, so we're getting pretty close. Looks like we're going back towards the beginning of the game. Really? Can a lady just travel without someone harassing her? So rude. My God. There's an event over here. Hi. Yeah. You can enemy by themselves and just chain lightning wrecks the shit out of them. Don't worry, Mr. Rogue, you're powerful too. Crispy critters. Panda Smuggler and Abdurek, thank you for those resubs, guys. Yes, it's Diablo 4 and the chain lightning is badass. It's been very fun. And they changed it so it's good in single target and multi-target now. There's so many! Level up! No, she won't. You see how the bounce off of you, like, it makes it really good. So far, it's really, really, really strong. All right, let's see. Crude topaz. Crude sapphire. All right, let's Oh, no, I'm frozen. Great. Well, it's really strong now, but who knows? Sometimes as you get deeper into the game, spells that are really strong early end up being not so good later, so it may even out. I know, it kept getting frozen. Yeah, necromancer is going to be a fun class to try out. Lightning spear. Lightning spear, I used that. Ooh. Can you not pull gems out of gear? I guess it's stuck in there. Oops. Oh well. I know, I actually got relevant gear though, which is always a lovely thing. Oh, we got a skill point too. Let's go, increase that damage. Okay, sometimes it's kind of weird because lightning damage, the chain lightning, is kind of falls off when you're when you're fighting a group of enemies, which is strange. Whereas single target, it's really, really good. Really, really good. Yeah, let's try turn down these sound effects a little bit. They're a little bit high compared to everything else. Just drowning out all the other sounds. Side quest. Oh, little town is back over this way. Let's go over there.
I cannot do that here.
Waypoint unlocked. Any upgrades? Don't think so. No sockets either. All right, let's go find. Let's see what this quest is over here first, though. Hello, you have a quest for me? Looking for something?
An axe. Specifically the axe of the woodsman. A man who stalked and butchered travelers in this area. Rumor has it, the woodsman disappeared recently and left his weapon behind.
Rumor has it.
The priest who hired me didn't offer much more to go on. At this rate, I'll freeze before I find the damn thing. If you help me find the axe, I'll cut you in on the pay. Check the woods around town. I'm staying here where it's safe.
Well, I'll go do that for you, ma'am. All right, a little bit further down over here, we should get our Sorcerer quest. Oh, a little baby player. He's only level 11. Aw, it's so cute. It's like a little baby player. Not even 18. I'm new to your channel. Find through YouTube. Who did your intro and logo? It's awesome. A video game studio called Aquapara Games did our intro and our logo and stuff. Haunted Barrow. Let's see what's in here. Lilith. All right, let's purge the cellar. These are like little mini dungeons that pop up sometimes. I think we went in this one earlier. I'm constantly out of mana.
I need more time.
Weathered bow. Wow, that was a bit brutal. Again, sometimes my damage starts falling off on certain enemies. That felt a little bit hard. I just pre-ordered the game and got it beta access. It's a game I know I'm gonna play anyways, so I just ordered it. Oh god, what is that? Like a mini boss? He's immune. Why?
I need time to prepare for it.
Okay.
Bearer of Lilith's blood, she will have your soul.
Yeah, sure she will. Hello there. Are you the one who's been calling me?
Please forgive the mental intrusion. I could only trust another mage. I've searched too long and too far for the hidden archives to give up at its entrance. I'm looking for a book known as the Forgotten Codex, said to be in the archives. According to legend, the Forgotten Codex is a compendium of enchantment techniques developed by the Aeneid mage clan. Some say Zoltan Kuhl himself was one of the authors. Unfortunately, the place is overrun with demons beyond my skills. If you can retrieve the Codex, I can teach you the magic it contains. Could be an excellent outcome for both of us, eh?
I'll see what I can do.
Did you say more magical power? Why would I ever want that? I actually would prefer unlimited power. Unlimited power! Is this mage a very wise mage? No, very smart mage. Actually, it's a sorcerer, so sorcerers are usually charismatic. They're like naturally gifted with magic, but they don't really study it. They just sort of inherently know it.
I need more time.
Chest. What's in there? Gold and a potion. Now, see, it's starting to get to be a bit of a slog now. Like, they're just not dying very quickly. Okay. Slay the Demonic Vanguard 2. Conduit Shrine. Die! I am the lightning! I have ascended!
I need more time.
Uh-oh. Woo! Frozen!
I need time to do that.
Okay, one more Demonic Vanguard. Then we unlock the door. Do I have any auras? Yes, I have a cute aura. And a feel for aura. The aura is usually a paladin thing. So if they bring the paladin class in, they'll have auras. Oh.
I need time to do that.
Is that like a wind wall, ice wall, or water wall? Was that it? Okay, so now we go to the boss chamber. Should be able to get our book, and then... What loot did I get? I don't think it was anything good. Really, people? Necromancer's coffin. That's fine. Coffin remains sealed. Of course it does. We gotta go find keys, probably.
I need time to do that.
Hope there's some way deeper in the game to like fix the mana problems. I feel like I'm always out of mana when I'm trying to cast stuff. I'm just like, feel like I just need a little more mana regen or something. Thank you. There's some mana gaining stuff, but it's very weak. It's like get 4 back, but your spell costs 35 or 50, and your max mana is 100. So it's like 2 balls. If I cast my 2 balls, I'm spent. I can cast 3 chain lightnings as well. You found a treasure goblin, really? So there are treasure goblins in the game. That's awesome. Well, ball lightning has been just kind of mediocre right now. I wonder if I'd be better suited putting... I only put 1 point in it, too. If I were to put that point over here instead to make this better, that would feel better. Stuns enemies or collecting cackling energy increases your damage and next line spear cast by 20% up to 100%. Ooh. There's some synergy stuff there with the cackling stuff. Chain lightning is so good. Yeah, it's really fun. I do want to try out fire and ice at some point as well. Level up, 19. All right, let's see here. What does this do? Each time a spark hits an enemy, has 3% chance of forming crackling energy. Sparks grant 2% increased crit strike chance for 3 seconds. Up to 10%. 10% extra chance to crit. Well, 2 stacks up. So 10% chance to crit. Or we could do increase max mana by 3. Your core skill does increased damage when above 50 mana. 4%. That's not much. Critical strikes have a chance to reset one of the defensive cooldowns. Deal increased damage, but also take more damage. That could be good. Let's see. Lucky chance is increased. After critically strike, Lightning Spear gains increased crit chance for its duration. Collecting crackling energy increases the damage your next Lightning Spear casts by 20% up to 20%. That could be very strong. That creates some synergy there. So if I collect the energy, it increases our... That would stack and then make that hit for a lot more. And then it stacks with a crit on top of that. do the crit chance there first, though. I think that's better. So many different choices for this. So that's going to increase my chance to crit. My current chance to crit is what? .7%. I don't know. Well, it can't be that low. Okay, I can feel that. So...
I need time to prepare that.
Rarely are enemies alone, honestly. So I'm thinking we try swapping this again with that, get cackling energy, and then we go into these two things here. A little bit of that, and then do that for now. Okay, try that. So we switched some things around, got rid of some stuff. We'll see how this feels. So every time we pick up cackling energy, we're going to get a stacking bonus. Yep, next lightning spear is empowered, which means it's gonna hit for increased damage, which is good. So if I don't cast it, I can make it hit for double. And we'll see how that feels. If it doesn't feel good, we'll just go back to how we had it.
I need time to do that.
Obsidian staff, thank you. Okay, now our lightning spear is gonna hit for double, so we'll see how that feels when we launch it in a big fight. If it makes a big difference or not. Another town also gives mana back every time I pick one of those up. Alright, let's go put this guy back in the boss room. Dan is 19. Did he never get DC'd? Yeah, I haven't gotten DC'd yet. So I've been very lucky. Praising Lilith. Doing my duty.
I need time to do that.
Okay. Not bad. Still pretty good damage.
I need time to do that.
My 1DC, I think, was in a group. Don't join groups until they fix it. A lot of people getting disconnected whether they're in a group or not. It seems random, too. Like, I'm in the same house as Kevin, and he's gotten disconnected, but I haven't.
I need time to do that.
Thank you. All right, thank you very much. I'll take the ring. Can't tell how much damage the cackling energy bolts do. Forgotten codex. Well, that's one of them, but where is the other box? How's the new Diablo? It's been really fun so far. I really like it. And I can't wait to try my favorite class next weekend, the necromancer. I like romancing necks. So if I can be a necromancer.
I need time to prepare.
Uh-oh. This is fine. Everything's great. So many curse shrines.
I need time to do that. I need more time.
I need more crit.
I need more time.
One grave dust and nothing too crazy there. All right, so we got another mechanical box. Let's see what the hell it opens. Already at full life, of course. And up here, probably opens up a boss. Oh god, nope.
I need more time. I need time to do that.
Uh-oh, my damage is kind of low now.
I need time to do that.
I have no patience.
Ow. Okay, healing.
I need time to do that.
Woo! It's like resistant to lightning or something.
I need more time.
Okay, well, that was a slog. Very long to kill him. But we did do that. Let's go out of here now, though. And now we're gonna unlock the other thing. All right, let's see. All right. Let's go ahead and... Wait a minute. That's the wrong place. Okay, I want to go down here. All right, so now we should get access to the new Sorceress exclusive leveling system. Let's see, what? Here are the codex pages.
Let's see here. Yes. Yes, without a doubt, this is the Forgotten Codex. Finally! I am bound by my word. You shall know the magic secrets contained in this book. We will work together. Come, I have prepared for this ritual.
And he wants me to go in his abandoned shack and he's going to teach me a ritual. Right. Right.
All right, let me get these incantations sorted properly. Would you be so kind as to light the elemental braziers?
Yes, I will light the braziers.
Sparks of fire, peaks of earth, hear tides of water, gales of air, hear us.
Fires are lit.
Looks like some of these pages are damaged. No matter. I can infer the meaning from context.
Are you sure that's wise?
What?
I refuse to let caution keep me from the secrets of this book. I've come too far. Oh, great powers of the elemental forces, guardians of the hidden gates, I call to you in the names of the divine and infernal powers that you would hear us and obey. That should do it. You have to take a firm hand with these spirits.
What did you do?
No.
What did you do? Oh, God. Why do they... Every time someone promises you power, they end up summoning demons, and I gotta kill them. Every time. Are you alright?
I don't know what to say. I'm certain my interpolations were correct. Or at least in the spirit of the original. All this wasted effort. Perhaps my translation of the book was incorrect. I'm going back to Kuras to study my notes again. I think it's best if I leave the book with you. Consider it thanks for your help.
Well, thank you. I've unlocked... Oh, enchantment slot unlocked. Ask to view skills. Assign skills to enhancement slots to gain passive versions of the skills. What? Assign a skill to this enchantment slot to receive passive benefits. Oh, whenever you cast a non-basic skill, you have a chance to launch a frozen orb. Critical strikes have a 25% chance to spawn a ball of lightning. Ooh. Chain lightning forms automatically after spending 100 mana. So I unequip that and put it on the tree, and now I have a chance to make that stuff. So they all have something a little bit different. So, like, Spark is killing enemy has a 14% chance to form crackling energy. This one, direct damage from skills applied. From skills applies up to an additional 51 burning damage over 8 seconds. Direct damage skills, a chance to apply chill. When you use a cooldown, enemies around you are stunned for 0.5 seconds. When you kill an enemy, they explode. So it allows you to, like, have a nice, like, passive without having to equip one of these abilities. Unstable current. Not learned yet. That's pretty good. Every 20 seconds, a serpent spawns and incinerates enemies for 6 seconds. Spending 300 mana, 500 Hydra spawns for 5 seconds. For every 20 seconds of cooldowns you spawn an ice blades on a random enemy. It's going to be interesting trying to mix all these things together and figure out what's the best combo. And you can still use the abilities, too, just like an extra chance. When I crit, I'll just randomly spawn a ball of sparks and stuff. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and head back over to town. Very, very good. So it allows you to, like, get a passive effect, and you can also, it doesn't, like, disable the effect either, so I can equip, like, this spark here, and then I can still use spark, just it gives me this extra passive bonus. Chain lightning forms automatically after spending 100 mana. Critical strikes have a chance to spawn a ball of lightning. Well, maybe the chain lightning would be best. Like, I'll just have a random chance to gain extra chain lightning.
Not while I'm in town.
So every time I cast chain lightning a few times, 3 times I will spawn an extra one, just for funsies. That's really cool. Have you spec'd your aspect yet? What does aspect mean? Unstable currents. Lightning surges you for 10 seconds. When you cast a shock spell, a random core conjuration master skills also cast. Close enemies take increased damage from your shock skills. Crackling energy hits additional one enemy at a time crackling hits an enemy. Your shock skill cooldowns are reduced. Press Y on the keyboard. Oh, aspect. Damaging Elite grants you a barrier. That's cool. Yeah, I don't have any good sorcerer ones yet. We'll have to find those.